One of the directors of SWARAM. On my left is Nalini. I think all of you know her. She's the executive director of SWARAM. And on my extreme right is Fadia Nadwa Fikri, who is a SWARAM secretariat member and one of the legal team that is assisting us on the Obscorpin campaign. Of course, you know Mr. Shaariibuu and Mr. Jambal, who is and there are many issues that remain a point of concern and accountability for the Malaysian government to answer. From yesterday's PC a bit later, that have been paid to politicians on both sides of the divide, both in France and in Malaysia. And these illegal commissions have been a subject of major controversy for the last 10 years, ever since the purchase of the submarines have been made. And 2 weeks ago, or about 3 weeks ago, we announced to the media that the case has finally opened in the full tribunal in Paris. And from here, the 2 judges that have been appointed to preside over the case will actually begin calling witnesses that can actually help shed some light and provide some answers as to how the illegal commissions were actually paid out and who were actually responsible in the massive corruption scandal that has taken place. Now, Mr. Shaariibuu's daughter, Altantuya, was involved in the negotiations as an interpreter, as a translator, as was reported before. And yesterday, and we had discussions with him, and he has expressed his full cooperation and support in trying to offer himself as a witness before the court. To offer himself as a witness before the court. Now, the judge will be the ones to decide if Mr. Shaariibuu would be an important witness. And Mr. Shaariibuu feels that he has sufficient information to connect the dots in helping to answer some of the questions in how the death of Altantuya had actually evolved and what actually happened in the most brutal and greatest mishap of losing her life, and what was her role in actually negotiating on the purchase of the 2 submarines. So Mr. Shaariibuu believes that he has essential information that may connect the dots, and he is offering himself as a witness before the tribunal, before the court in Paris. So we are here today to actually tell you that although the ongoing investigations in France is not about the murder, the ongoing investigations in France is not about the brutal murder of Altantuya, but it is intricately linked. It is fundamentally linked to the issue of the corruption scandal. And we believe that if the judge thinks it's appropriate, Mr. Shaariibuu will be called to be a key witness to testify before the trial.
Okay. SWARAM үеийн байгууллагатай өмнө бас ямар нэгэн хэмжээгээр холбоотой байсан тодорхойныг олохын төлөө явж байгаа.
First, I would like to say thank you to SWARAM organization SWARAM and its people that is helping me throughout this case.
Зарим зүйлийг би хэрвээ Францад одоо шүүхэр энтэй холбогдсон юм шүүхэр болооднуудыг одоо очоод гэрцээр очоагүй би зарим зүйлийг бол хэлнэ. Тэнд хэлэхгүй өөр яг одоо хэлэх цаг үе гэж бас юм байна.
If French court decides to ask me to witness asked me to proceed as a witness in this case, I would willing to go there and testify.
하지만 이게 사고에 어찌 듣고요, 운이 aldчихдаг юм байна.
And the essential thing is to say what I know at the right time.
Би өнөөдөр та бүхэнд хэлэхээр би охиноо хамгийн сүүлд Монгол руу явах гэж байхдаа 3 цагийн өмнө би уулзсан. Монголоос?
He's not here. I have met my daughter last time. Very last time I saw my daughter when she was about to travel to Malaysia.
Тэгээд надад чи ер нь одоо тийшээ явах ямар хэрэг байгаа хинтээ уулзах юм гэж би асуусан.
And I asked her that what's her purpose to what was her purpose of travel to Malaysia.
Тэгээд надад тэр фото зургийг үзүүлсэн юм.
And she actually showed me this picture.
Тэр тэн дээр Najib Baginda тэгээд талигаж гурав сууж идэв.
So there was a picture of three, Razak Baginda, Najib, and Altantuya.
Би тэгээд тэрний гэдэг юм болно гэж мэдсэн бол аваад болчихгүй юу?
If I knew if something would go wrong, I would actually keep that photo.
Тэгээд энэ зургийг үзсэн олон гэрчвэ.
There are a lot of witnesses who saw that picture.
Тэгэхээр миний асуултанд юу гэж хариулсан бэхээр би тэнд нэг том даргатай уулзах ёстой гэд Najib-ийг зааж байсан байхгүй.
The answer to him from Altantuya was, I have to meet some important people, and pointed Najib at the picture.
Гэхдээ гол нь бол одоо би Najib-тай шийдэх асуудал бий.
She told him that she have something to decide with Najib.
Тэгэхээр би хэрэггүй.
But I told her that it's not worth it. But she went anyway.
Тэгэхээр яг вэ би энд байсан ч тэнд байсан ч ялгаагүй. Би нөө очиод ирээ. Тэгээд юу гэсэн мэхийг энэ зэрэг юм. Ингэж байгаа юм да.
Одоо нэг илүү зүйтэй юм.
Тэгэхгүй бол энэ юм яах гэж яаж ингэ ирэхэд би та нар замаар энд явмаар байна. Энд чинь би өөрийнхөө л асуудлыг яриул яа. Ярихгүй бол болий тэгвэл. Тэгээд бол би юм одоо өөрийн зүрээр хөдөлж идэг юм биш.
Эдгээр чинь одоо тэгж тохирсон гэж ойлгож байгаа шин.
Юу тохирсон гэж?
Нөгөө шүүхийн асуудлыг яриад тэгээд
би шүүх яаж ийм шүүхний
хаанаас таныг дуудвал очно гэж хэлсэн шүү дээ.
Тэг багс би ягаад тэндээс эхэлтэй бэ гэдгийг чиний чидэр ч мэддэг байхгүй. Тэгээд ягаад би Франц гэдэг үгэнд оролцоод байгаа юм бэ гэдгийг хэлж шүү дээ. Тэгэхээр зэрэг энд ягаад тийм оролцох юм хийх зэрэг надад хэлжсэн байхгүй. Би Чин зургийг хаана авахгүйсэн гэхээр би Парист авахгүйсэн гэж надад.
So he asked her when and where this picture was taken, and she answered that it was taken in Paris.
Тэгээд би одоо сүүлийн удаа явнаа очиж одоо асуудал ярил ярина. Ярихгүй бол би одоо ингээ холбоогоо дуусгана. Та надад зөвшөөрдөг гэж хэлсэн. Би тэгээд явуулсан шүү дээ.
So she went to Malaysia against his will.
Тэгэхээр ёо энэ бидний яриад байгаа сэдв ягаад ингэж эхэлж яах вэ гэх зэрэг ямар нэгэн холбоотонд байсан байгаа. Тэгээд дараа нь талигачиг нь ирээд одоо баримтлахын өмнө Najib-ийн өгсөн өөрийнх нь мэдүүлэг байдаг шүү дээ. Утсаар ярьжсэн дотор нөгөө Францад очсон Монгол эмэгтэй нэгийн аюул тэр ирлээ тэрний аюулаас яаж зайлах вэ гэж ярьжсэн байдаг шүү дээ.
So there is he says he knows, in fact, there is a connection with the French case and the murder case, and he would like to connect the dots there and provide the court whatever information the court needs.
Чухам багинда тэрний хинтээ ярьсныг би мэдэхгүй тэр шүүх мэдэх баг.
So he tries to connect the dots between two cases.
Тийм болохоор одоо энэ бүх юм нь ойлгомжтой. зүгээр ер нь бол энэ нарийн юмыг бол бид параснаас хэлнэ.
And I will give detailed information when I'm called to court in Paris. Any answers? Questions?
If maybe Mr. Shaariibuu would like.
And then she's
He don't want to go political over this, but as she showed him the pictures, so he's just assuming that she would plan to meet Najib.
He mentioned nothing about Razak Baginda.
She no. Яг одоо зураг үзүүлж байхдаа бол энэтэй уулзна гэж Разакийг заагаад үзтээ.
Алин заагүй энэ ингэж гараа тавиад энэ том даргатай гэж байгаа. Том дарга гэдэг чинь манай харуул томлол
To try and help connect the dots in the opportunity that may be provided to him at the French courts, because
Swaram request to offer him as a witness to the court.
Swaram will be meeting our lawyers within the next 2 or 3 weeks, and we will be presenting a list of potential witnesses that we think are important persons to stand before the court. The final decision rests with the judges in the French courts, and they will, at their own discretion, decide which witness will be called first. Now, the first witnesses will be Swaram, so after that would be completely up to them, and it's not within our control to decide who comes first. But